about my week.
Okay.
I know that's not news. I mean, it's news to me.
Well, yeah.
but
I mean, you wanted to
anyways.
start, yeah? Do you want to?
Well, no. Well, shh.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Thunder and Lightning's Gaming News Podcast.
Sure.
And I'm Thunder.
I'm Lightning.
And well, here I go. I'm going to tell you about my week in video games. I've been
Wait,
playing...
everybody, stop the
What
presses.
is this? What?
Stop.
Can you believe this? This
Stop
is
the-
crazy.
Stop the presses right now. Anthony,
Yeah, what's man?
I actually haven't told him this.
It's true.
I've been playing a new video game.
Okay, when you say new
It's not new.
to you.
New to me.
Yeah, okay.
Chris DeLuca,
Yeah.
Lightning of Thunder and Lightning Gaming.
Ooh, you're going to say okay. Yeah, what?
What am I going to say?
I don't know. I'm excited. You're making me excited.
Has started his first Pokemon game.
Oh.
Yes.
Which one?
Shining Pearl.
Oh, dude, just in time for us to play it on the channel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, remember? That's the one I'm going to Nuzlocke.
Oh, yeah. Oh, cool. So I'll know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
okay,
dude.
good. I'm glad I'm not playing it. I'm glad you're playing it. Okay. I'm in the middle of midterms week this week, right?
Mhm, yeah.
I started playing this week. I don't have time to waste. Keeping that in mind.
right.
I'm already 16 hours into the game.
Nice.
Um,
nice, dude.
I'm enjoying the hell out of this. And
Okay.
I can't wait to play more of them. I'm really upset that there's not a bunch of them on the Switch. Pauline happened to have this, and she hadn't played it yet, so we're actually playing it. She has her character going, I have
cool.
mine, so we're playing it simultaneously. I have a bit further of a start than her, because like I said, even though neither of us has any time during the week, I am at home more than she is, so I waste more of my time playing this video game. I'm really enjoying the hell out of it. One thing I'm curious about, so I just got my 4th gym badge.
Okay. Ooh, wow.
I've only lost a single fight, and I'm talking wild Pokemon, I'm talking gym leaders, and I'm talking other trainers. I've only lost one fight during this whole game.
Okay.
And I gotta tell you, I'm like 500 fights in. Is that normal? I've only lost once. I'm talking at all. Anything. I've only lost once to the first gym leader.
Yeah, I don't think that's very atypical. I mean, have you been?
Oh, I fight everybody.
But have you? Then I think Pokemon. But well, first of all, I haven't played this one yet. Technically,
Okay.
I played the original,
Right,
of course.
right.
But yeah, I feel like the further you go in the series, because this is the 4th generation of Pokemon that you're playing in. Well, you're playing 4th in 8th, or however they want to do it. But I feel like as I went through the years, I noticed myself losing less and less.
Oh, okay. So you think it's a bit of a nerfing on Pokemon's part?
Well, nerfing, just a franchise-wide nerf, where
Yeah.
the first game was kind of very hard and super unapproachable, in my opinion. But then by Gen 3, they remake the first game. It's way easier.
Okay.
And it's, it's not way easier, but I don't think that's uncommon.
Okay. I just wasn't sure, because I've never played a Pokemon game before.
Pokemon is
Ashuria,
pretty-
welcome!
Hello? Oh my god, I didn't even realize it's Ashuria. Pokemon is pretty easy game until you get to the battle towers at the end.
Oh, okay.
Battle
I figured it would
towers.
get progressively harder.
Battle towers typically are like optional after you beat the final boss. You
Gotcha.
can go do them type stuff.
I just went to the
Hearthstone City.
Yes, and I just beat the gym there, which is the Ghost Gym.
Mm-hmm.
Those motherfuckers made me do math.
Oh, yeah.
On
it's
the
an
way to
RPG.
the- No, not like that.
Oh,
I'm in the gym, and you know
Yeah.
how there's little like puzzles to do.
yeah.
These motherfuckers just gave me math problems.
Oh, yeah.
I was
That
like-
happens.
I was just sitting there like, what? I was like, I wanted to play the video
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, it's just a quiz, right?
Well, it's just like, what's this plus this? What's this times this? And I was just like, I was playing video game. I wasn't doing elementary math.
Okay, so a few things.
Yes.
One,
I'll tell you my team.
Hold on.
Okay.
In Hearthstone,
Yeah.
City,
Yeah.
I believe there is a casino. A game corner, as they call it?
Oh, I don't think so. There's a puffin shop. There's a contest. The dress up contest.
Then maybe
thing.
not. Do me a favor. I forget what town it's in.
Okay.
When you find the game corner or the casino or whatever they call it,
Yeah.
Go there, right?
Yeah.
Just listen to the music. Just let the
okay.
music. Just let the music
Sure.
play an entire loop.
Okay.
Do me that favor.
Sure, I will do that.
2, I want to know your team. That was
Yes.
the.
So
So who did? Yeah. So
who did I pick?
I love the 4th generation of Pokemon. Who did you pick as your starter?
I can't. Okay, so I gave everybody nicknames. So
Sure,
forgive me
yeah.
for names. The Fire. I picked Fire.
Yes. Okay. That
I always-
is.
I've never played a Pokemon game before, but I always pick Fire.
I typically always pick Fire unless the Fire one looks fucking dumb like it did in Sword and Shield. But yeah, I love Infernape. Infernape was like
He's already evolved to Infernape too.
Infernape. So in the 5th generation of Pokemon, there was Emboar, and Emboar was the last straw as far as we the fans are concerned, because Emboar was the 3rd starter in a row that was firefighting. But I feel like Infernape is right in the middle, where like Infernape's not as shitty as Emboar, but he's not as cool as Blaziken, but he's still pretty cool.
Mhm.
I like Infernape
I dig
a
him.
lot.
I've got him. By the way, so my character's name and my enemy's name. I am my dude. He is my guy.
Nice.
Infernape is my bro.
Oh.
I have the lion, the electric lion. Who's that? Jen.
Oh,
Shinx.
Shinx.
Yeah.
I love Shinx. Shinx is one of my favorite Pokemon.
He's evolved all the way. He is
Hell yeah.
my son. Get a little,
Nice.
get a little Lion
Dude,
King.
have we never talked about this?
inspiration.
I always theme all my nicknames.
Oh, they're kind of themed. I just wanted to make them my something.
Yeah.
That is my theme.
Yeah.
Oh, is that like just generalized?
Yeah,
You're talking.
I always
Yeah, me too.
I always theme my one
Speaking
time
to Mason.
one time I did anime characters, one time I did superheroes.
Yeah. That's
in
awesome.
my most recent Nuzlocke that I think I'm going to give up on, I named them all titles, so it'll be like teacher, officer,
Oh, that's cool.
friend,
Yeah, yeah.
boss, stuff like that.
I just for the text, I was like, I want everything to be my something.
Yeah, yeah.
So I've got Haunter, which is my creep.
Nice.
Do
Do you know how to get a Gengar?
you have to trade him or something, right?
Yes. You would have to trade it to me. When it comes over to me, it'll turn into a Gengar, and then I trade it back to you.
Maybe once we start doing it on the
Yes.
channel,
Yes.
I'm down for that.
Yes.
Because
Because I know you love Gengar, and
oh,
otherwise
he's
you're not
my
gonna get
favorite
one.
Pokemon. Yes, I didn't know if that was still a thing. I knew that was a thing in one of the games.
Yeah, all
but
the old shitty ways to evolve them are stay true to the new.
Still? Okay.
Yeah.
um
There's this one that's like quite impossible to. You know, Feebas and Milotic. You know
Yes.
those Pokemon.
Yep.
It's crazy impossible to evolve that Pokemon because of
Really?
the weird shit they did in Gen 3.
Oh no. Anyways, I've got Gyarados, which I fucked up on the naming, giving him a nickname.
Oh, okay.
So I have to. Pauline says somewhere in the map. I'm
Yeah,
gonna be
there's
able to
always
do it again.
there's always a dude that'll be like, you could that nickname's pretty shit. You want a new one?
I haven't ran into him yet.
No,
But-
yeah.
Once I do, he's gonna be my Splashy.
Okay. Cool.
I went out of order. Oh, I have a Machoke.
You have to try to evolve that as well.
No shit.
Yeah.
Okay. 'Cause I've
But-
been waiting for him.
Yeah, yeah.
He is my champ, which is confusing.
Yes.
Pauline was like Machamp, and I was like, no, he's my champ. And that is the team. That is the
no
6.
love for Bidoof. I can't.
Oh no, Bibarrel was on the team.
Oh, okay.
Machop replaced Bibarrel. Oh, trust me. Also, I messed up his name. I'm gonna put him back on the team once I find the naming guy, because
Okay.
he's gotta be my doof.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah. But also all the ones in the box have names too.
Nice.
Like I got a Whopper, and he's my BK King.
Nice. Pretty sure it's Whooper, but I still appreciate
I know it.
the
I know
effort.
what his
Okay,
name is.
All right.
And then I also got a Quagsmere.
Quagsire is the
Quagsire.
evolution
His
of
evolution.
Whooper.
Yeah. He is my Sneak King.
Nice. 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 Just for no
trying-
reason. I love it.
But yeah, I maybe even when we start playing that game, I'll maybe we'll do my cartridge just for a day, so I can not even for a day, but for 10 minutes, so I can show you all my
Sure,
what
if
I've
you
got
want,
going
yeah.
on, and maybe we'll battle, and we'll do trades
Well-
and stuff. That's online. I'd have to bring my
Right,
My
but
Switch,
our
right?
playthrough is going to be a Nuzlocke.
oh right,
So
maybe afterwards.
yeah, maybe
something. We'll
if-
figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, me, you, and Pauline are all going to be playing at the same time. That's really
Yeah, dude.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I'm excited because I played the fuck out of Diamond and Pearl and Platinum back in the day, and I've yet to play the remake.
Yeah.
And I know it's not technically a complete blind playthrough, but I am excited to play a game I've never played before and Nuzlocke it right away.
Yeah.
Because it's always something I've wanted to do, but something I'm never like. When a new Pokemon game comes out, I just want to play it.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I hear that. But that has been my week.
Well, hold on.
Oh, sure. You still. I know this is big news.
I had
This
one
is
more.
big
I
news.
had one more question. And it's not really a question. It's more of a an observation.
Mhm.
You, Chris, you do not like JRPGs, and this
They're
is
not my favorite.
this is definitely
Yep.
one of those.
I knew you were gonna ask me this, and I haven't. No, well, I can't because my wife is
No.
allergic. I'm sorry.
Over to me. I'll pet you.
I know. Yeah.
Daphne.
It's not that I don't want to. You're gonna kill my wife. Anthony wants to see you.
Daphne.
I know. I'm sorry.
Okay, come this way then. Come this way. Are you on camera right now? Sort of. Come this way. Come here. Come here.
I never played the original, so I didn't realize defog was a thing. I got stuck wondering. Oh, I got defog before I got there. I was really happy about it. I don't
yeah,
have
so
strength yet.
They kept the TMs.
Yeah, I don't
'Cause
have. Well,
I mean
you
the
have to beat.
HMs rather.
Yeah, you have to beat gyms in order to get them done. But
Yeah.
I've had strength for a while, and I thought because they made me go back to the Hearthstone gym because she wasn't there, so just
Right.
the
yeah.
way the
Plot-
story, the
plot
plot
happened.
worked. But I still don't have strength. I don't know how to get it, and it'd be very useful right now.
Something interesting about Bibarrel. I don't know how much you like that Pokemon, but something that I always do is that Bibarel is what has been lovingly termed an HM whore. He can
Oh,
learn.
no.
He can learn Cut, Strength, Surf, and Rock Smash.
Oh shit!
So people just kind of carry him or pull him on a leash just so they can be like, fucking break this rock, idiot. All right, back of the ball.
Well, they actually have wild Pokemon do it for you.
Oh wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, they changed.
So
how it
I don't
works.
have a flying Pokemon on my team, but I'll get a
Oh,
Pokemon
they
to swoop
did.
down and
So they did it the way Sun and Moon did it. Okay, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Okay, so back in the day, the
which
way
is
they
even
would,
more confusing why I don't have strength. Because
back in the day, the way they would do it is it's a move, and you have to teach it to someone. So if you want to fly somewhere, you
that's
need a
what
bird.
Pauline thought. Because she was like, "Oh, you got to teach this."
Right.
But then I did that. Like Gyarados has strength, which I'm not complaining about.
Right.
It's working out, but I still can't use strength as a hidden move.
Right. What really sucked back in the day is that if you want to teach a Pokemon a new move,
Mm-hmm.
you can't erase an HM for some reason. You
Oh,
have
no.
to go to the move deleter and be like, "Hey, dude, force my Pokemon to not know Surf anymore."
Wow. Yeah, no, they're very easy about that.
And most of the HMs are terrible moves. The only
Yeah.
two good ones, in my opinion, are Fly and Surf, and the rest of them
Strength-
are just sort of strength.
Strength has been pretty good.
Strength is fine. You're definitely gonna level out of strength. You're gonna want that
Yeah,
gone
okay.
eventually.
But I'm dancing
But
around
no,
your
yeah.
question.
Oh yes, of course. Sorry.
So I did give that a lot of thought.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the nostalgia, just because I didn't play the games, I did collect the cards, I did watch the anime as a kid.
And you played a fuck ton of Stadium,
Oh, I love Stadium. I love Stadium.
which is so weird to me because, in my opinion, Stadium is the most boring part of Pokemon, and that's the
well,
whole
that
game.
was the one that I had because I was only
No,
on
I
consoles.
that's totally fine. I'm just surprised
No, I
that
hear
you
ya.
liked it so much.
Well, I think I liked it so much because it was my only avenue of playing Pokemon was Stadium. I know, whether you want to call it playing Pokemon or not,
right.
that was my only way of accessing the video game Pokemon. I think there are times where I do get frustrated at the pace of combat,
Mm-hmm.
which is my biggest issue with JRPGs. And I think if I didn't have the nostalgia of Pokemon, because I'm loving this game, and I'm really excited. I'm loving seeing and evolving these Pokemon that I love, and through the cards and what have you. I think if that wasn't there, because I was thinking about it, I was like, if I was playing Final Fantasy right now,
I was gonna
I think
ask.
I'd be way more not into it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, compared to the only other JRPG that you played recently, Final Fantasy X.
Yeah. I mean, but here's the other thing too, and I don't know
comparing mechanics and not story.
I don't know how this would correlate. Pokemon, I think, is always going to be at the top. But like, I would have enjoyed Earthbound had I played through it. I feel like I would have played through Earthbound. Something about Final Fantasy, I'm just like, I don't think I would have played through Final Fantasy.
That's so weird to me because Final Fantasy
at least 10. We're playing 10.
Final Fantasy is the one that is like, nah, we're just gonna copy D&D, and you love D&D, and you have no problem with the monotony and the pace of battle in D&D.
I don't have a lot of exposure to JRPGs, so maybe the more I get into it, the more I'll figure out. But that's kind of where I'd rank them. Also, I would go Pokemon, then I would go what's the one we played?
Earthbound?
It was right when we started streaming. No, it wasn't Earthbound. It was
Undertale.
Undertale.
Earthbound.
The Earthbound like.
The Earthbound like.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would probably go Pokemon, Undertale, Earthbound, Final Fantasy X is where I would stack everything right now.
Well, see, that's why I wanted to play Undertale, because Undertale's like not really a JRPG, intentionally so.
Right.
It's supposed to like be a commentary on RPGs.
Right.
That's why I wanted us to play Earthbound first, because I was like, whether he likes or dislikes Earthbound, Undertale's going to be a better, more enjoyable. I know he's going to like Undertale.
Yeah.
And he's going to appreciate it more knowing
where it came from.
I
appreciate you doing it that way, because I feel like had we done it the other way, we would have played Earthbound, and I would have been like, this is kind of like a shittier version of that game we just played.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I still want us to play Mother 3, but you can't. You can't play it. I would love to.
Anyways, still some mystery in there. That's just how I'm feeling. Do I have a really good explanation why? No. But that's where I'm at. I do have a good explanation why I'm loving Pokemon. It's because
of course.
Whether I played the games or not, I grew up with Pokemon, and now that I'm getting to play them, I'm like, fuck yeah, Pokemon.
No, that's the thing. You tell me you don't like JRPGs. I say, well, fuck you. You like Pokemon, right? And then you say you've never played one. I'm like, oh, but you should, because you'll like it.
Yeah, and I do. I love it.
Yeah, and I'm glad you're playing it and you are liking it, because I was having a very difficult time in general just being like, no, I know it's an RPG, but like it's Pokemon and you'll like it. I know you will.
I've been hankering to try it for a while now, and I don't know why the impulse has come over me so much recently, but me and Pauline were just sitting down. Oh, we were looking through the Nintendo shop. That's why. Yeah. And I was like, look at see what they got for Pokemon games. 'Cause I was just, I was like, I've been wanting to.
Yeah, there's
almost
this one.
Nothing.
There's this one, and then there's Sword and Shield, which is a fine game, but I don't like it. And then there's Let's Go, which is don't.
Well,
play
I
it.
told her, I was like, I want to do a traditional one.
Yeah.
I want the experience.
That you pick the right.
She said, she was like, well, they don't have a lot on here. If you were gonna play one, play this. But fuck that, we have it. She didn't say fuck that because she's Pauline. But she said we have it right over there.
Right.
So
yeah.
Bring it over here, you bitch.
Yeah.
Because that's how she talks.
Yeah, because she's Pauline.
No, my wife doesn't talk like that. And I've been really enjoying it. And I've got practically the team that I would want of the Pokemon that I've seen so far. I was gonna get a Ghastly. That was gonna happen.
Yeah.
If I got a Charmander, I think it would probably replace Infernape.
I don't think you can.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I don't think they make those starter, like, you're not going to find a wild like Totodile, they just don't do that.
Which is fine. But like, of the Pokemon I've seen, Gyarados is my favorite water Pokemon so far. I really like the Shinx evolution line. I'm probably going to stick with him. I'm digging Gengar. Machamp, I'm going to get him a Champ. Once I get him a Champ, I feel like I'll probably get a flying Pokemon to replace him.
Okay.
Flying... Kadabra. I have I didn't finish my team.
You're not gonna believe this about Kadabra.
You have to fucking trade him.
Yeah, you picked the three. You picked the only three. Gengar, Machamp, and Alakazam are the ones from Gen 1 that you have to trade to
Well,
get.
listen, he's also part of my team. I apologize. I should have mentioned that.
Pokemon website, Cerebi got to test out Violet and Scarlet and said they're looking very cool and ambitious.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm very
You
excited.
can.
For Violet
The
and Scarlet.
starters are in the underground. I'll have to
Starters
explore
are
the
in
underground more.
underground.
Ooh.
Oh, that's right.
That's
they
good to
completely
know.
reworked the underground. I forgot about
yeah,
that.
it's just crazy. I haven't really explored it yet. I've been wanting to level up a bit more before I did.
Yeah, back in the day, the underground was one mini game that you played over and over again, and it seems like they expanded it and
Yeah,
made it
it's
its
like a whole
thing
map.
now. Yeah.
I also wanted to get strength because I have a feeling I'm going to need strength down there. So I've been avoiding it for a bit, but that's good to know. The Pokemon website, Cerebi got to test the...
I did just read that.
Oh, sorry.
No worries.
But so my team is Haunter, Kadabra, Gyarados,
Hilarious.
Machoke, the Shinx evolution,
Luxray.
in Infernape.
Yeah.
That is my whole team.
The bird Pokemon in Gen 4 is really good.
I also
Are
haven't...
widely regarded as Ash's best Pokemon he's ever caught, stats-wise.
Oh, the Starly?
yeah, the Starly
really?
evolution. Yeah.
Okay.
It's very good.
It's so common.
Compared to its Oh, yeah, because they always do that because they want to make sure you have a flying Pokemon. But
Yeah.
compared to its peers, compared to Pidgeot, Noctowl, and Swellow, Staravia is like... Or Staraptor is exceptional Pokemon
Interesting.
stats-wise.
I will keep that in mind because I was going to go Noctowl because I have a Noctowl.
Noctowl's
He
fine.
is my hoot.
If you you'd be fine with Noctowl because you're just you're not playing competitively. But Staraptor is
Yeah.
like the best of the best when it comes to the like generic.
I
bird
might
Pokemon.
end up playing competitively because there is an online mode.
Yeah.
So I might take it over there. But we're growing. We're
Mm.
building the team. But what I was just saying was I feel like for the most part I've got everybody I want. I want an Alakazam. I want a Gengar. I wanted Gyarados unless something better comes, but we'll see. Infernape I'm happy with. The Shinx evolution, which you just said, I'm happy with. I really think
Machamp's on his way out. Maybe.
if there was something I
Possibly.
was gonna switch out for, I think it might be him.
Yeah.
After he's evolved all the way.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's where I'm at right now. I haven't, been exposed to all the Pokemon in the game yet, but the underground levels with you, I think. Oh, this isn't a finished thought yet. I don't think.
The underground levels with you, which means if you go down there level 1 and level 2, it'll be like that. Like what they're saying is you don't have to wait to go down there.
No. I'm just waiting till I get strength.
Okay.
I think I might have said I'm waiting to level up. I'm not so worried about that. The second
Yeah.
I get strength, I'll feel more comfortable going down there. I have a feeling I'm going to need it for boulders because this is for like big boulders or something
Right,
to get
yeah.
them out of the way.
Yeah.
I have the little ones, the ones you break apart.
Yeah, that's Rock Smash.
I have Rock Smash. I'm waiting for strength. Once I get strength, I'll definitely go check it out. I'm really excited to know that starters are down there though.
I did not know that. Yeah. So, yeah, I was going to say
Yeah.
sometimes they'll shoehorn in like especially on the remakes. But typically it's like you're not going to get any other starters because these are the 3 we want you to focus on. But it is a remake. Yeah.
Cool. That is my week.
Mhm.
I'm so sorry. Give us your week. Let's go into news. No segment, I think.
No.
Yeah.
So I've been playing a lot of God of War. I'm not going to talk about that though because
Valhalla?
no, that one's not out yet. I'm playing the old one to get ready for the new one.
Sure.
But I'm not going to talk about that because here in a couple weeks I'm going to talk about the new one a
Sure.
lot. So instead I want to talk about a game that I just started playing. It's a phone game. It's called Marvel Snap. I'm sure you've seen the advertisements.
Yeah, okay.
Literally everyone is playing this game. Mason is playing this game. My dad is playing this game. And it's so fun. So it's a Marvel collectible trading card game.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike Marvel Tops, which is he's literally currently playing this game. Unlike Marvel Tops, where it's just you collect cards and you look at them, this one is an actual game. So I'm going to try my best to explain it because there's nothing more boring than listening to someone explain the rules to a card game with no visuals. But basically, there's 3 lanes, right? So if I have a card here and you have a card here, they're not fighting anybody.
Okay.
You only fight in the lane you're in.
Oh, I see. Okay.
They call them locations, right? and each location is random, and they're all locations from Marvel properties, and they all do a thing. So each location has a special ability, and each card has a special ability. Every card has an energy level and a power level. So it's like you need to use 1 energy to play this card, and it attacks for 2, right?
Okay.
Turn 1, you have 1 energy. Turn 2, you have 2 energy, so on and so forth. There's 6 turns. The name of the game is have more power at locations than your opponent. So if you and I are playing and it's the end of the game and you won in 1 location, but I won in the other 2, I win because I won more locations than you. That's it. That's the whole game. It's very simple.
Is it on, like, can you play people, or?
Yes, yeah, that's actually the only game mode there is playing people. A couple things.
Do you play Mason and your dad?
No, so you can't.
You can't pick people?
Right, right. Not yet, at least. One thing I wanted to point out is that I've played a lot of free-to-play games. This game has not that many opportunities to spend real money, which
cool.
I appreciate.
I always, yeah.
You can. There's the obvious stuff. You can use real money to buy in-game currency to pay for different cards or whatever. And there's a season pass, but like other than that, like I've been playing this shitty Alice in Wonderland fucking phone game to pass the time, and literally like every other thing I click, it's just like, do you want to? You could spend $3 to get $10 worth of stuff to make your. And I'm like, could you leave me alone, Alice? I'm trying to play your dumb shitty game to pass the time. But there's none of that in this. You just play. But what I want to focus on is the like production quality, the production value of this phone game, because like it's filled with like. So first of all, everybody's ability makes sense to who they are.
Mm-hmm.
So Nightcrawler's ability is once per turn you can move him because Nightcrawler teleports. Wolverine's ability is if he gets destroyed, he comes right back to the same location he's in because Wolverine regenerates, you know? Just stuff like that. Captain America gives everyone in his location +1 power because he's guarding them with his shield. Jessica Jones, if you put her in a location and then you don't put anybody else in that location next turn, she gets double power because Jessica Jones likes to live alone and she doesn't like anyone else. So there's cool stuff like that. There's also cool stuff like when you're holding the card, it does a thing. So like if you're holding Punisher, a bunch of guns shoot everywhere. If you're holding an Iron Man card, little like jet boosters come out of the card as you put it down. Quicksilver, if you move him around, he's got like the speedster like trails behind him on the card. It's clearly MCU inspired. The music, even leitmotifs, the main theme of the MCU, but it's not like all the artwork is comic book artwork. The other thing that's very interesting about this game is that there's no booster packs, because the way this game works is like once you have a card, you just have it.
Okay.
You can put it in as many decks as you want, and it's just like, congratulations, you unlocked the Professor X card. You'll never have to do that again. So booster packs would kind of be redundant. So more often than not, a single prize for completing a mission or something will just be a single card, a brand, like one new card that you don't have. And it's like a very exciting moment because it's like, what character is it going to be? What are they going to do? But I know it's going to be a card I don't have.
Yeah.
There is tons of deep cut Marvel characters. I found a website that has all the characters. Every card has a variant where it's like you could get it with a different picture, except just kidding. Every card has 4 variants, I found out.
Oh, wow.
My friend and your wife, Pauline, will be happy to know that they did include Wave and Arrow in this game.
Okay. Oh, wow. That's cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of...
She might just play the game just because of that.
I don't have the Wave card, but I wanted to... I'm
excited to tell her that, because Wave never gets to be in anything.
No, well, Wave is new, right?
Yeah.
They're putting Wave in more stuff now, but like, if Wave is going to be in the MCU, it's not going to be it for a long time,
right.
you know? But Wave is new. She was in... War of the Realms, Ages of Atlas, and then they made an Ages of Atlas like standalone thing. That's basically it.
Yeah.
But even so, she got to be a card of this game.
Yeah, that's
There's
cool.
like so many characters that I was just like, wow, a fucking like multiple man card. Who gives a fuck about multiple man? Like, this is crazy. So I really appreciate what it's doing, and on top of that, it's a crazy fun game. Last night I couldn't fall asleep. Spoiler alert. Not spoiler alert. Who would have guessed? I'm on a weird sleep schedule, So I was like, okay, I gotta put this game down. So I stopped playing God of War. I laid down, and then I played Marvel Snap until my phone died. I just played it. It's just so much fun, and I really
That's
like
awesome.
it. And it was one of those games where I was like, I knew it was coming out, and I was like, I'll download it when it comes out. And then I got an update. It was like, it's out. I was like, oh, all right, I might as well download this. Marvel card game. I like those things.
Yeah.
It's so fun. It's very fun. I don't know about Mason, but both me and my dad, we've noticed that we win a lot more than we lose.
Okay.
And I'm curious if, I don't know. I'm curious if me and my dad are just like used to card games,
Right.
or if this game is just easy to master if you're skilled enough or whatever.
Interesting.
I've lost like 5 out of 40. Okay, so yeah, there you go. Okay, let's talk
That was
about
so quick.
what.
His response.
Oh yeah. Actually, yeah, you're right. Let's talk about news. There's a lot of it.
Yeah.
So real quick.
You want a rapid fire for some of them, or
There,
there's a lot of good stuff?
Unfortunately, I can't.
Okay.
I'm gonna rapid fire this one where apparently some devs for some development companies, wasn't clear which ones, are basically like complaining about the Xbox Series S, basically saying like, stop making us develop for the S because the X is beefier. We want to develop next gen games, and Microsoft has like this "you must develop for both of them" thing, and like Gotham Knights is gonna launch on all platforms locked at 30 FPS for some reason, and they blamed the Xbox Series S for that. It's the article was basically like a game developer being like, I don't understand where the complaints are coming from. This is dumb. It just sounds like people being lazy, people not wanting to, and I use that term with a grain of salt because developing video games is very hard. But like, it's just developers not wanting to develop for another console. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's all. That's all that was.
Interesting. Hopefully we'll hear more about that as time progresses.
Yeah, or we won't,
Right.
and it'll just like peter out and it'll be fine and they'll keep developing for the S, because it's honestly not that big a deal. So this week there was 2 presentations.
Mm-hmm.
One was, hilariously enough, one was for Silent Hill and one was for Resident Evil.
Good.
So the Silent Hill one was first. They announced a lot of stuff. It was kind of confusing. So they announced a remake for Silent Hill 2, which if there was ever a video game that you should not remake, it's that one.
Okay.
I know this goes against everything I've ever said about video game graphics, but I feel like the pretty terrible PlayStation 1 graphics of this game, I feel like you have to play it like that. I feel like it adds to the confusion. I feel like it adds to the atmosphere, it being an old game. They already did try to remake this game, and it went terribly.
Interesting.
So now they're remaking it with Bloober Team, the people who made Layers of Fear, which is a very good game. But I don't know. A lot of Silent Hill fans are like, I don't know about this remake.
I know what you're talking about though with old graphics. Like sometimes it adds to the anxiety of the game,
which is the point in Silent Hill.
Yeah.
There's a popular Twitch streamer, Susie Hunter, I think is her name, who basically got her start on Silent Hill. She's a huge Silent Hill fan, and after the presentation, she made one tweet, and the tweet said, "No comment." So people are really iffy about this. They announced a new Silent Hill game called Silent Hill F, which they didn't show much about, but it seems like it's going to be Japanese inspired, which obviously Silent Hill is a Japanese franchise, but it's always taken place on the East Coast, or the mid, whatever. It takes place in America. But this one seems like it's going to take place in Japan, which is interesting because Silent Hill is, as weird as Silent Hill is, it doesn't move around the globe. It's just one town, you know? So that was interesting. They just showed a concept trailer for that. They also showed something called Silent Hill Ascension, which, as far as I can tell, the way they were talking about it, it sounds like it's going to be a live-streamed web show where the viewers control what happens next.
Okay.
It almost seemed like Twitch plays Pokemon, but for Silent Hill. It was very interesting. They didn't show anything of it. They just talked about it, and I was like, this is hard to understand what they're trying to explain. Then they announced something I'm very, very excited about. I forget what it's called. Forgive me. I'm doing all this off memory. But essentially, they're making... The people who made Stories Untold are making a Silent Hill game. So Stories Untold is a...
Oh, how is that?
We've dropped a few, but it's fine. We're fine.
Okay.
We're good. Stories Untold is a horror anthology series where all 4 games are text adventures. Literally old school Zork style text adventures where it's like I wake up and I'm in a room, stand up, walk to door, and there's no visuals. It's just text, you know?
Yeah.
But Stories Untold is one of the most atmospheric, genuinely spooky horror games I've ever played. And the people who made that are making a Silent Hill game.
Oh, okay.
And I'm very excited for that.
Thank you for letting us know. Ashuria says we're good on their end. Also, immediately responded. I wonder why the lag isn't there right now, or not as prominent.
No complaint over here.
No, I wonder if it has anything to do with us kind of moving up in the world of Twitch a little bit.
I don't know.
Do you think that they actually do that? They cap the you start off, you're gonna get 30 seconds of lag, then it's gonna
possibly. I don't know.
That's weird.
They probably are doing all sorts of stuff like that. But then, in a weird turn of events, they announced that the reason they're doing this, the reason that Konami is bringing back Silent Hill, which, by the way, that's the elephant in the room, is Silent Hill is a Konami franchise.
I turned down your stream lag. What? I didn't know you could just do that. Is he serious? Are you serious? Turn it down all the way, Mason. We don't want any. We never wanted any.
I didn't know that was an option. Thank you. No, we
No, thank you, Mason. If you can turn it down more, please. We'd rather it be instantaneous.
I don't think it can be instantaneous, but I'm liking this a lot better.
This is way better. Thank you, Mason. We never knew that was an option.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Please do not change it back. We want you guys to respond as quick to us as possible.
So, in probably the most baffling announcement of the whole presentation, they announced the reason that Konami, the people who said, fuck video games, we're just going to do Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards and pachinko machines, you'll never get another Metal Gear or Castlevania or Silent Hill. The reason this shitty company is rebooting Silent Hill is because they're making a new Silent Hill film.
Oh.
Apparently, so there's 2 Silent Hill films, one that was really, really good and one that was made 12 years later and it's absolute dog shit. Apparently, the team that made the original movie have an idea for a new movie based off the Silent Hill 2 video game. That's why they're remaking 2. That's why they're bringing Silent Hill back to... It's a very odd choice to me. We're bringing the video game franchise back to promote the movie that we're making based off the video game franchise.
Right. And apparently the weak link of the franchise is the catalyst for this new franchise.
Yeah, yeah.
Interesting.
And also, it was just weird in general that it was Konami, kind of, but not really saying, that's right, we're making video games again. And it's you didn't have to stop. I don't know what the fuck happened the last 6 or 7 years. The Resident Evil presentation is going to be a shorter discussion because everything they talked about has basically been announced. They talked about how you can play 2, 3, and 7 on cloud gaming. Don't do that. They talked about how there's DLC coming for 8. We've already talked about this. It's almost here. There's a demo out for it now.
Yeah.
But one very very important piece of news about Resident Evil 4 Remake, a game that we already knew about. I think you can probably tell what I'm about to say. They brought him back.
Oh.
The merchant is back.
Oh.
He's not voice acted by the same guy.
Oh.
The voice is very similar. They got someone who sounds pretty similar,
Okay.
but you can tell it's not the same dude, but he's back.
That's cool.
I last time we talked about Resident Evil 4 Remake, I was like, I don't think they're going to bring him back. They 100% did. I'm very excited
Yeah.
about Resident Evil 4. If there was ever a Resident Evil game that I was like, well, that one doesn't have to be remade, it's Resident Evil 4. But they are remaking it, and it looks phenomenal. So
That's
I'm very
awesome.
excited for it.
Are we gonna play through it again?
If you're down, I'm down.
Maybe not immediately. 'Cause I
Okay.
feel like in my mind, I feel like we just finished that game. I know it's probably like 6 months we finished it or something like that. There's just other games I want to get to.
Yes, yeah, totally.
You know what I mean?
No, there's some other games that I think we owe ourselves a playthrough before we play through Resident Evil 4
Yeah.
again, even though it's a different game. But, yeah. They showed Ashley holding a gun,
Oh shit.
which is not a thing that happens in RE4. They showed, I get the names confused, but they showed little tiny dude.
Okay. Yep.
He looked very creepy, very cool. They showed basically all the villains, which was neat. They showed this trailer showed all the stuff that I was like, that's probably getting cut, right? Like they showed the big water monster. They showed the merchant. They showed something else that I was like, oh my god, they're doing that too. It looks cool. It looks very, 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 very cool. They got the voice actor who played Leon in Resident Evil 2 remake,
Mm-hmm.
the one that I speed ran on our channel. I of course wasn't playing as Leon, but yeah. And then they announced more about Reverse. Reverse is like on its way. It's like a free online multiplayer thing. You get it free if you have 8, even though I think they said that you get it free if you have 3, but I don't know. It doesn't matter. The big news with us is that the merchant is back. Everything
That's
else was
cool.
basically them just being like, isn't Resident Evil great? Anyways.
Mhm.
And I'm not going to talk about the 8 DLC because they didn't announce anything. They were just like, that's right, it's still coming. And I
Yeah.
was like, okay, cool. They didn't have to do a presentation. They just could have dropped that one trailer for 4.
Yeah. That's really cool. All that is really cool. And yes, I would be down to play it. I don't know if it would be let's play it right when it drops game.
Yeah. I am definitely going to play right when it drops.
Oh
myself.
yeah.
So the last bit of news is the big story this week.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not typically on the video game podcast that we get into this, but there's a bit of controversy in the world of video games right
Okay.
now. So, Bayonetta 3
Oh, I did hear about this.
is on its way,
Yeah.
and they got a different voice actress for Bayonetta. They replaced Helena Taylor
Mhm.
with Jennifer Hale. Jennifer Hale, big, huge, a long-time voice actress. Helena Taylor, as far as I can tell, just the voice of Bayonetta, but a very, very iconic voice.
Yeah.
And they changed that, and fans were like, what gives? Why did you do this? Helena Taylor, is that how you pronounce that name? Helena or Helena?
I think I liked your
I'm gonna-
first
I'm gonna
pronunciation.
Keep saying Helena. Helena Taylor basically went to Twitter and was like, hey guys, here's what happened. I, the long-running voice of this incredibly iconic character, was offered a total of $4,000 for the entire game.
Wow.
That is, even in the world of
Oh,
voice
it's a
acting,
joke.
it's for someone to voice act an entire game.
Yeah.
To put that in perspective, the guy who played Rivali, the bird character in Link to the Past, he probably speaks 4 or 5 times, definitely a one-session gig. He got $3,000 for that one role,
Mhm.
and they were offering Helena Taylor $4,000 for the entire game of Bayonetta 3. It would appear as though Helena Taylor was lying
Oh,
and has
shit.
lied to us, because Platinum Games and Hideki Kamiya have come out, and they were like, their statement was like, that's not true. We offered her $3,000 to $4,000 per session for 5 sessions.
Okay.
So way more money than what Helena Taylor was claiming.
Yeah.
Still not a lot of money to pay a person,
Right,
but
right.
that's a different argument about how voice actors should be paid more. Fact of the matter is that's way more than what she was saying,
Mm-hmm.
and it seems like they're telling the truth because her response was very sus. Her response was essentially like, they're lying, and then she said like, I can't believe they would lie, whatever.
Yeah.
And then she said, I just want to put this situation and this franchise behind me, which is a very interesting thing for her to say because she started this whole conversation,
Right. She never had to speak up.
No, whether she was lying or not, like, the fact that you're saying you want to put this franchise behind you, that is a lie, I'm pretty sure. Because you don't. You want to voice Bayonetta, and you want people to be angry that you're not voicing
Right.
Bayonetta.
It almost sounds like if she really didn't want to voice Bayonetta anymore, the posts, the news would be about how she is retiring the voice of Bayonetta, not that they didn't
Right.
offer her enough money.
Right.
And it really sounds like $4,000 is a joke to pay, and I feel like a company that makes an established video game is who has an iconic character, they're not going to snub them even if they want to, just for the public perspective. Like, that's going to be a horrible move if
Right.
you, especially with all the just voice acting in general, not just in video games, but all the news that's been coming out about how
Right.
horrendously they're paid, and the fucking Chris Pratt.
Well, then
Like,
you run
you
into
know?
then the conversation becomes about Chris Pratt. Exactly. Because then you run into the problem where Bayonetta is developed by Platinum Games and Sega, sure, but it's licensed by Nintendo.
Mhm.
And now the conversation is like, what the fuck, Nintendo? Why aren't you paying Helena Taylor what she's owed? But you won't, like, but blah blah blah.
But you'll pay Chris Pratt. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, well, maybe if you let Charles Martinet play the Mario in the movie, you'd have enough money to pay
Right,
Helena
right.
Taylor. But I think she might have been lying. And
Well,
that-
yeah. Well, even beyond that, though, I want to pull the perspective out even further. Even if Nintendo or whoever is being real about the amount that they were going to pay her, still for how do I put this? Ryan Reynolds played Deadpool.
Mhm.
Before that, he was a famous actor, sure.
Right.
He wasn't quite Deadpool.
Right.
I guarantee you Deadpool 2, he made substantially more money than he did for Deadpool 1.
Oh yeah, dude. Look,
She's on her third video game. Bayonetta's in Smash. This is
Right.
this is an established character. Give her the amount that's appropriate for the amount of money you're gonna make off of this video game.
right. Right. Which
Which
whether they did or not,
Yeah.
I guess is technically unconfirmed. But if I'm led to believe what happened, she lied about the amount
Yeah.
that they paid her to make them look bad.
I think they still look bad though. I think them admitting
Well, yes,
that
of
it
course.
was
no
it was a
the voice acting industry in general.
yeah. But to bring it back into perspective of what we're talking about, it sounds like she's being pretty manipulative
mm,
about the situation.
yeah, because her response to the response, like Moist Critical brought up a good point where it was like, you've already broken NDA by talking about this situation. Fuck it, just show the contract where it says how much they were going to pay
What is
you.
NDA?
Non-disclosure
yes,
agreement.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Basically, like, I worked on this game and I will not talk about anything that
Yeah.
goes on with it until it comes out.
Right.
So by talking about what they offered her, she already broke that. So
Mhm.
fuck it, just show the contract. Show the exact part on the thing where it says how much they're gonna pay you.
Right.
But she didn't do that. She was just like, they're lying.
Right.
I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Yeah, if you
And
really
it's like,
wanted
but
to
you
make
did
a
want
point.
to talk about
yeah.
this. I didn't want to talk about this, but now we're talking about it because you wanted to talk about it.
Right. Right. Interesting.
Yeah, it's so still developing.
Yeah.
Maybe next time we talk, it'll be like, just kidding. Platinum was lying. Who knows?
Yeah.
But as it stands right now, it seems like we're being manipulated by the voice actress for Bayonetta. And
Crazy.
that's gonna do it for
This podcast.
our video game podcast.
We still have one more podcast.
Yes.
But if you're
Yes.
watching, if you're watching on Twitch, stick around. If you're watching on YouTube, Thunder's going to give our outro.
Yeah, that's me. Thank you for video games, and I've been Thunder.
And I'm Lightning.
And go play a video game. Thank you for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe.
Our channel has daily uploads from podcasts, video essays, let's plays to skits.
Be sure to watch on Twitch. We stream all our video game and podcast content live at 5 EST every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday.
Our intro is by Brad Kendrick and music by Froggy and the Friendship. Link to all that in the description below.
Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.